Someone wrote in and said, "My husband and I are fluid bonded with another couple, but they're more active on the scene and engage with a woman who loves unprotected group sex."
What's the scene?
I believe their swinger scene.
Ah, the swinger scene. Okay.
Yeah. Um, so they're wanting to know some strategies to negotiate safer sex since they're fluid bonded with a couple, but they're playing with someone who is not using a safer sex protocol.
Okay. If you're wondering why I'm eating a banana, check out the condom videos. It's hilarious.
This is Reid Mahalko from readaboutsex.com.
This is Cathy Vartuli from from the intimacydojo.com, but it is Cathy Vartuli.
Yeah. So, yeah, that banana was lubed up and a condom was put on it.
Delicious. All right. Which kind of applies to the question we have.
Yes.
So, they're fluid bonded, this couple.
With another couple.
With another couple.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the people in that couple has a lot of...
No, so there's two couples.
Mm-hmm.
And the couple wrote in because they're fluid bonded with another couple who
fluid bonded means they all feel safe to some degree having unprotected sex with each other. Mm-hmm. Whatever that means. It could just be oral, without barriers, or penetrative, condomless sex stuff.
And it sounds like they're fine being fluid bonded with this couple, but the other couple is much more active. They're having sex with a lot of other people, including a woman who is not practicing safer sex protocol. And they're wondering how they can still have a connected relationship.
Once you kind of start understanding safer sex protocols, this isn't a hard question to answer. However, there's no such thing as safe sex, only safer sex. So everyone's going to have their own, setting as to what makes them feel emotionally safe and physically safe. So with her, this woman who's they're sleeping with, that's having a lot of unprotected sex, what they need to do is they should be having protected sex, barrier sex, with this woman, and make sure everyone's getting their testing regularly. Mm-hmm. That's the best that you can do. Because even if we use barriers perfectly, there can be a condom break or a failure. Mm-hmm. And getting tested regularly will help us figure out if somebody is tested positive for something, so we can all get treated.
How often in that situation, how often would you recommend testing?
Well, for people who are playing with other people, I would get tested every 3 to 4 months. Mm-hmm. Pap smears a little bit different because HPV is tricky because sometimes your body clears it. Sometimes you get a strain that could be cancer causing for cervical cancer. There's a lot of research going on with HPV right now, so we're learning more about it. But for the best things you can do with this person who enjoys unprotected sex with lots of people is basically barrier up. Mm-hmm. Not because you're shaming this person, but you want to mitigate any kind of exposure and transmission the best that you can. So you would use gloves to play with this person. You would use dental dams and condoms for oral sex. You would definitely use condoms always for anal. That's my opinion. And use condoms for penetrative penis-vagina stuff.
Right. And if this couple wasn't willing to use barriers with the woman, it might be a time to step back from being fluid bonded with them.
Yeah. So if you're the original couple who's sleeping with this other couple and you guys are fluid bonded, and they are sleeping with this person who's having a lot of unprotected sex, the way you protect yourself is, you ask them if they can use barriers with her. Mm-hmm. And then if they're not willing to do that, then you guys could choose to use barriers with them.
Yeah.
And, that the only other thing which wouldn't work in the way that they said it was all 4 of you become fluid bonded with her, but you would need her to be having protected sex with everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's the quick rundown. Leave your questions and thoughts.
Yeah, great question.
You can email us about this. Safer sex. Again, sex isn't safe. You can make it safer. What feels safe to you may not feel safe to somebody else. But when you start geeking out on this stuff, you can start to see a way for you to feel better about the sex that you're having. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for leaving the questions. What are your thoughts? We'll see you next video.